so I got it from Andy. We pulled it apart because I wanted to re-gasket it because it was old. It had still all the original gaskets and stuff on it. But when we pulled the head off, it still had cross hatching in the cylinders, so the cylinders weren't wore. The thing ran beautiful, so we saw no reason to do anything to it except for put gaskets on it. So put all new gaskets, painted it red, which wouldn't be the right color, I guess, for the Jeep, but it'll look nice in the Jeep. And I guess the replacement engines were red, but this is definitely the wrong engine for that Jeep. This is a military engine. That's a civilian Jeep. And this would have been an earlier engine than what that. This is a 42 and that's a 46.
It came out of a generator, and right here normally there would be a block number that would probably correspond with close to a VIN number. So this motor does not have that. Here is an interesting thing between, and maybe somebody knows more about it, but this is the original oil-filled tube that was on this generator. Again, this is a GPW motor. This is one that was off. Would this have been off one of your Willys?
Yeah, it would have been off one of the newer ones, 46.
Yep. So this one's got the little dent for the clearance for the alternator, and the other one doesn't. And so it's kind of a neat thing. Does anybody know? Put it in the comments if you know anything about that.
Instead of having the timing gears, what most of these had in them, this is the timing chain. So it's got a timing set in here, just like a regular engine. And so that's the pilot bearing. That's where the end of that input shaft off the transmission goes into that. And that's what keeps that nice and steady while it's, and then this is just a piece of aluminum. You don't ever want to use anything hard to put that in because that's made out of brass. And then you want to make sure it's nice and straight. Some guys put a little oil around it or whatever to just kind of help go in.
All right, it's in.
Oh, this is the clutch alignment tool. So basically that goes like that, and that aligns this and this so that it's nice and centered. Because if that's not centered, you'll never get the input shaft from the transmission into this and into that. You'll fight it and fight it and fight it. Been completely rebuilt. It's got all new bearings in it. I put more new parts in this one than I've ever done in any of the other ones. This is new. This shaft is new. There's all new bearings in the whole thing. And this has got well, you can't see it, but I did put the sealed front bearing in it.
Okay.
So
this thing is nice and clean. It's all fresh and painted, so we're going to be mating that up to that engine in here in just a little bit. Done to it so far. Axle's been completely rebuilt, all new brake lines, all new everything, brakes. The frame was painted, new springs. How long ago?
This was done about 15 years ago. And that's how far I got with it, and that's where she sits. And that's a shame because everything looked really, really nice at one time, and now you can obviously see she's been sitting. But we got her back in the garage. It had been sitting outside underneath the tarp. we got her back in the garage and we're gonna set the engine in it. So.
Okay, the engine is getting close. We just have to do some repositioning of the tub to get the cross member so we can get the engine back just a little bit and then up. Alright, so we put a ratchet strap under for the cross member for now to hold it in place. We're going to roll it ahead and we're going to lift the body off. Okay, so we temporarily put the cross member back in because we don't have the center plate that goes on the transmission. So if somebody's got one, mail it to us. That'd be great. Because we cannot find it anywhere. So all the motor mounts are just loose. It's just kind of sitting here. That is as far as we're going to get it today. So here's the tub. This is the 2A. So she needs some work. So this will be the next tub that we probably, hopefully we'll get some video of this one too. Of this one getting fixed up. So it's bad, but not so bad that it can't be fixed.